Ladies and gentlemen, I have always opined on this platform severally that in politics, nothing happens out of mere coincidence, and that everything in politics is normally well planned, well scripted, and executed to achieve a specific political objective. Nothing in politics just happens for the sake of it. I have been observing Moses Kuria and his behaviors of late. And Moses Kuria is clearly up to something. I want to play for you this short clip of Simba Arati when Moses Kuria went to Kisii County to launch the industrial park down there. Pay very close attention to what Simba Arati is trying to say.
Kwamba sisi hapa Kisii naona ukipigwa kuna maseneta wanapiga wewe wacha tukubaliane. Kiongozi ni kiongozi, wewe ni kiongozi. Na umeamua kuja katika kaunti zote 21. Kaunti ya Kisii ni mojawapo ya 45. Unajua wakati mwingine huyu ulevi kwa wakati mwingine ni mzuri. Ulevi wakati mwingine ni mzuri. Na mheshimiwa, ukiweka usiweke nyingi, wewe weka kidogo, nyorosha hao watu wengine. Unajua Moses ndio anawaambia ukweli. Ndio anawaambianga ukweli. Wakati mwingine waambie weka, waambie ukweli na itabaki ukweli. Especially huyo mtu wenu wa shares, ambia yeye ukweli. Tutasimama na wewe. Sisi ni watu wa opposition, lakini tutasimama na mawaziri na rais kama wanafanya kitu mzuri. Mtu ambaye tuwezi simama na yeye ni mtu anatusi sisi. Kwa sababu Kenya, sisi si watu wa nje wa Kenya. Sisi ni wananchi wa Kenya, ama vipi?
Yesterday, Moses Kuria was in Ukambani. Again, I want you guys to pay very close attention to what Moses Kuria is trying to say there. Because if you compared Moses Kuria's speech to those of Rigathi Gachagua, they are totally different. Because Moses Kuria is actually assuring Kenyans of his total support for the bipartisan talks that is ongoing at the Bomas of Kenya. Listening to Moses Kuria himself.
Ile maneno inaendelea kwa taifa. Ile kazi unafanya pale katika mambo ya dialogue, mambo ya bipartisan. Mimi kwangu niko hapo ndani kabisa. I am one person who is supporting these bipartisan talks fully. Na sio kwa sababu mimi ni muoga. Hata watu wengi mimi wananijua mimi ni mtu ya vita. Lakini vile mimi mnajua ni mtu ya vita. Ikikuja mambo ya amani, mimi ndio mtu ya amani zaidi hata vile mtu wa vita. Na kuna wakati wa amani na kuna wakati wa nini? Wa vita. Na sasa hii mimi nasema hata huko wakati wa Second World War. Wacha niwaambie story kidogo kasi ni hapo. Useneta mwaka wa 2017 ni rafiki yangu sana. Alikuwa nyinyi mkiwa Wiper na hata Mudhama alikuwa Wiper. Yeye alikuwa candidate wangu wa Jubilee huko hapa Machakos. Sasa siku moja akaniita Harambee. Tukaenda pale inaitwa Kimakimwe. Pale upande wa Machakos town ngambo ile kanisa ya IC. Na nataka turudi hapo kuna ahadi tulipeni. Sasa tulipoenda na huyu rafiki yangu wa dhati tulikuwa tunafungwa na Uhuru na yeye. Anaitwa Mudhama. Kanipigia simu akaniambia, kama unataka kumchukua, mchukue nimekupatia bure." So nataka kwenda kumuuliza Mudhama kama hiyo offer whether it still stands, you know.
Now, let me take you to Siaya, because Moses Kuria was also in Siaya some few days ago or some few weeks ago. And just listening to Moses Kuria and tell me if this man is not on a mission.
But that is not important. What is important is whether they vote for you or not. Me and you, we have got very high chances of seeing the kingdom of heaven because of what we are doing today. And I'm very proud of that. So guys, let us work together to uplift the lives of our people. Hakuna uchaguzi mwaka huu. na hakuna mwaka ujao. So can't we keep ourselves busy by focusing on development? Then when the next election comes, we decide now tea time is over, we go back to those other things. And if possible, even those ones, we leave them behind and we forge together as one united nation. Standing here as a minister in charge of investment, trade and industry, I feel a sense of foreboding when I remember the journey that myself, Brother James Orengo, Senator Uhuru Kenyatta have come from. On 20th of January 1994, we were here a whole 29 years ago to bury Jaramogi Oginga Odinga, the man who instructed Otieno Kajwang to represent me in court and get an injunction that stopped me from being expelled from the University of Nairobi. And when I came here to bury him, I came to thinking we were coming for a burial, until now James Orengo quoted Mark Antony and told us that he was not coming to bury Oginga. 1 year later, when we had our first anniversary, the first Teroburu of Jaramogi, I was at Kangoka Jaramogi. And I remember I was sitting next to Oburu, and Oburu had a very long kabuti. That time, President Moi had said there's not going to be any live music in that Teroburu. And the leadership of this region was saying, no way. So we were there, and it was getting dark. Olusegun Obasanjo was there. That time not as a civilian president, but a former military ruler. And when the music started, I remember it was around 6:30 p.m. Okachi Bigi started playing Sarah. And as I say here, no sooner had Okachi Bigi started playing Sarah, tear gas was thrown. And I remember Oburu and I, we were helping each other by the cactus at Kangoka Jaramogi to escape from a DC called Kirito Amai. And then we were whisked to safety. We went to a powder farm, and Baba prepared for us the best chicken I've ever tasted in this side of the world. That is 28 years ago. Today, I'm here as a minister. Orengo is here as a governor of Siaya. Uhuru Kenyatta is here as a senator. And Makamu is an ordinary citizen. Ndugu yangu Makamu, I told him, go back to Siaya. You are spending too much time in Kisumu. Sasa ona sasa. But he's a good friend of mine, and he calls himself my ambassador at large in Siaya and Kisumu counties. So Governor...
Then Moses Kuria was also in Mombasa. And that's why I began this video by saying that in politics, nothing happens out of mere coincidence. There is no way Moses Kuria can line up industrial parks targeting only Azimio counties. And of course, today Moses Kuria was in Meru. And again, the way he handled himself there proves that he's a man on a mission. In this video, I want us to try and figure out what's Moses Kuria up to. Before we do that, for those who are watching this channel for the first time, please take a second or two, click that subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to the subscribers, I want to continue thanking you guys for your continued support. Because without that support, this channel cannot be where it is. Ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, allow me to dive in. What is Moses Kuria up to? Because Moses Kuria behaviors started changing. Immediately fell out with Rigathi Gachagua, and immediately rumors started emerging in the Republic of Kenya that Ruto was likely to reshuffle his cabinet, and Moses Kuria was going to be one of the casualties. He's been behaving the way he has been behaving. In Meru today, Moses Kuria attended same event with the governor, Kawira. And of course, he talked about going there by force because Mithika Linturi, who is a colleague in the cabinet, had actually tried so hard to stop him from going there. What is Moses Kuria up to? Number one, I tend to think that Moses Kuria is strategically taking on Rigathi Gachagua. That's why he was in Bondo, and he was reminding Rigathi Gachagua that these people, I have a history with them. That's why in Kisii, Simba Arati was very clear that the only person they will not support is none other than Rigathi Gachagua. That's why in Ukambani, Moses Kuria was very clear in his support on the bipartisan talks. So basically, he's trying to take on Rigathi Gachagua in a different way, so that Rigathi Gachagua cannot have an opportunity to actually counter him. In fact, the moment Moses Kuria went to Kisii and went to Siaya, the next thing we saw was Rigathi Gachagua surrendering. I know most of you are wondering how. Rigathi Gachagua then started wondering who were those people planning to fire Moses Kuria and explaining why they can't fire Moses Kuria. Well, we all know that when Rigathi Gachagua came from Colombia, his first business was to issue a statement against Moses Kuria. Number two, I also tend to think that Moses Kuria is also sending a coded message to William Ruto about the possibility of being sacked. And it's just showing William Ruto that, okay, I'm Moses Kuria. If you fire me, I've worked with the likes of Forengo. I've worked with the likes of Raila. I've worked with the likes of, basically I've worked with the opposition. That is the message. Because if you look at Moses Kuria's history, he began his politics at the university, and that's why he was giving that kind of history. That's a clear coded message meant for Ruto. Number three, if you ask me, Moses Kuria is anticipating a possibility of being sacked. And therefore, he's clearly just reactivating his network on the Azimio side. So basically, he's reactivating his networks in the opposition, so that in case he's going to be fired, he's going to be received. And that's how Moses Kuria is going to lead rebellion against William Ruto in the mountain. And I'm not sure whether William Ruto is willing to allow Moses Kuria take that route. He's not going to allow that. So Moses Kuria is still going to serve in the cabinet. I don't know what you think, but that's my take. Until next time, this is Lee Makwiny. Bye-bye.